do 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 do. Back out here like umkolo. Back like the back. Hello, Queen.
Oh man, hey, Slyso, how are you?
From the way you're answering, you sound like you had a long day.
You see, they're compensator actually.
It is a Monday. It is a Monday after all, yo. It is a Monday after all.
It is a Monday, and it is that time of the year where it's again see where to the next
Oh yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Lonyaka uphelile. In other words.
In fact, if because we are only left with, and somebody must
yeah.
6 more months, and then it's over. If we are about December, because December
now I'm going by inyanga bekumele biyabalwa at all.
Yeah. So we have 5 months to go. Yeah, but otherwise Umdu is good. It's been a busy couple of weeks, busy weeks ahead. So yeah, guess again. How are things on your side?
I almost asked you, Gogo Papa, how the event is going, but that's the focus of today. We're just gonna breeze through and find out, because wow, the feedback even that I got was like, what's going on with these two people? Hey, when is this thing coming here? When is it going there? Very interesting, yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah, but I think as far as stories are concerned, man, like we're not gonna spend time apart from what has been happening. But hey, you viewers at home, welcome to it. It is the Slyso TV podcast. It is season 2, episode 36, and here we are, so rude, going on the podcast without inviting you and telling you that today. Yes. And today, I'd really like for us to talk about, from the viewers now, the 30th. What are your expectations? Right? We've heard the people being taken back to their country, blah blah blah, countries, blah blah blah, and all of that. But I really want to get from the general public, what do you think is going to happen? Right? It's not like there's a massive thing, as the organizers say, that's going to happen. 30th is our figure. It's the last day. It's the last day that's been given for people to, make it back to their countries. Those who are in the country illegally, and we've seen scores and scores of them. All the drama and the buses that arrived and the buses that didn't arrive, and all of that. But what is your expectation as a South African? If you can just share, what do you think? Like, is there going to be a march? Is there going to be escalation, or pushing people, doing it peacefully and orderly, as you've been warned by Mr. Mr. Bean. What's the guy's name? Kachalia. No, the minister.
Oh, the minister of the minister of police.
Yeah, Mr. Acting. Yeah. So yeah, those are the comments that we really would like to get from you, from wherever you are. If you are watching us on Facebook and YouTube, you are able to send a comment, and it will appear on the screen.
People must hello there. Please.
Oh wow.
Yes, welcome.
It's not the event.
Hey, ndinyanzelekile uba
ensazibuza into yobana kutheni nginophakamile nje usisi wakho.
Oh yes. Oh, and I must tell you, it's very humbling to get back to Facebook, because I was just trying to get used to the features again. It's a different app at all compared to when Facebook was, when we started with Facebook. So I'm trying to navigate. I'm trying to learn Facebook again, and yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine. And I think for those people who are entrepreneurs like you and I, it helps a lot to actually just go through the tutorials, understand how you can maximize as a business, even in terms of like
Yes.
monetization and all of these things that come with it. So I think it's worthwhile. Welcome back, by the way. Quinn, we're just gonna breeze through these stories, man. We're just gonna breeze through these stories. We are going to talk about.
Happening.
Yeah, there's a lot happening. I think the biggest one is the stuff that came out of the Majlanga, bri. Yo, the stuff that came out of the Majlanga, very, very interesting stuff. Now, what's his name? Ket Matlala. I think the conversations he had with the guy who is the CEO of media, what is it? Medi something. What's that company? Their company. Oh my lord, hey, it is no Medi 24, Medi 24, 24 Medi. Yeah, you understand what I'm talking about.
Medicare or something.
Medicare 24, yes. So apparently, the guy who was shown in some of the Madlanga hearings, who was waving money at one of the investigating officers, he actually, no, I think the cat is out of the bag. Like, like the cat is out of the bag now for real. Because no, Ziarara, bro. Ziarara. Dude was supposed to appear today. I think just starting with the cat. In the revelations are crazy. Guy was supposed to appear today, but apparently on the 17th of June, he had hot flashes, he was panic mode, and he was taken not to a normal hospital, but to a psychiatric hospital, which always happens. I'm going to say it. Whenever freaking white people have to appear or have anything that's got to do with the law, they don't, yeah. It's not like Bane flu, Bane pika, if you ever notice.
The only time they will use psychiatry, white people, is when they are supposed to be held accountable. They will definitely use, they will play the psych code, mentally not stable type of code.
So I'm not crazy by, I'm not crazy.
That are going to be assessing are also are not gonna fall for the games.
Yeah. So I'm just going to breeze through. Ket Matlala told Van Beek, my person will be national commissioner. This came out of the Madlanga commission. Like, we've had that one for quite some time. They say that the Madlanga commission today saw evidence from WhatsApp chats between alleged underworld tycoon Vusumuzi Ket Matlala and his associate, Mike Van Beek. Okay, including discussions about senior police leadership and suspected drug transactions. The messages presented by Chief Evidence Leader Matthew Charleston, okay, have intensified scrutiny over the relationship between the two men and their alleged activities. This has been just one crazy thing. There is one moment where there are pictures of some bricks, and a price was asked by the other one, and it was also said that one had said on the messages that no, it's 100% pure. Now you can't be saying it's 100% pure cement, mother. So we all know what else is 100% like thingy. So apparently, even the technical investigators that looked at the bricks, they are saying there's no way that. He said that maybe the message was planted. The message was planted on his on a phone in Yak. Dude. So there's that. Ket Matlala's favorite person to be elevated to be police commissioner. The second one being the drugs, which is what came out of here. There were also videos that were shown where they were incriminating themselves like nobody's business. So I can understand. I don't blame him for having hot flashes or whatever the hell he had. He deserves to have it. But yeah, that's what he's.
That's what happens. It's called the panic attack. So that's when you can see your life flashing in front of you. Yeah, and you think you're having a heart attack, but it's a panic attack. It's not a heart attack, so you'll be fine. You'll come back to
Exactly. They should have taken him there, screaming, kicking, and screaming, because we all know it's a ploy.
Oh gosh.
I just want to raise your volume just a bit. It is quite low,
Let me just
but
check
everything I have to get up. I'm over this. Yeah, unfortunately. You see, this move, we need to make money, guys, so that we can have proper studios. We've been saying.
This is what do we mean when we say every day I'm hustling.
Every day, hustling. We're hustling to the volume now. Yeah, yeah, so that's what came out of that one, and it's also been given a bit of time. So they said that, like, listen, you're not gonna waste our time because we've got limited time as the Madlanga Commission. You can go have your thing. We've got your statement. We're gonna go through and scrutinize, and we're gonna ask you questions based on the statement that you've given us. And I think he's going back on the 6th of July. The 6th of July, he is expected, he's given time until then, Van Veeklo, to recover from whatever he has to recover from and make it to the Madlanga and answer all of those questions. So, yeah. Just another quick one. As we said, we're just going to breeze through these stories, ladies and gents, because where we are headed is right where the Queen is, which is the event. That's really what we want to talk about today. So there's this. I got triggered. I still left my message that I on Facebook. It is still there. I got triggered so much, with this MUZI SIKHAKHANE's burglary at his residence in Bryanston. And he responded as well, because the people stole a laptop, a computer, and alcohol. So when he responds, these people came for the information because there were a whole lot of other things of value while I was in Durban. There was a sound system, there were like all kinds of stuff, but like all they took was like the laptop, as well as a computer and alcohol, which is very interesting. So that's just another thing. We are not safe. Nobody is safe. I got triggered because I had 2 burglaries that cost me dearly. And at the time at which they happened, I knew exactly what was going on in my life. When you have outside forces interference with the stance that you take as a person, so we just also had Naleti Pando as well, just the other day, his bathroom and all of that. So it's very interesting. Is it criminality or is it something that is planned? Because if you understand these people,
it's like targeted, and premeditated type.
And premeditated.
Yes.
And as it says in Dokbana, it was actually there were loads of things that were of value that were not taken. By the way, yes, the information on the laptop was important, but it wasn't that drastic. I guess they got to understand how to use cloud, or that you don't store your stuff on your laptop. Have backup somewhere in a safe. Hey?
I'm saying thank God for cloud. Thank God for cloud because I recently had my own.
Hey, that happened to you just now, so you were probably also just as triggered.
Yes. I mean, it's such an invasion of privacy in the laptop because we work on our laptops, and as much as yes, you're gonna back up, but sometimes you are working on a document, that you are planning to just send off, Slyso, and it's so disturbing that you can have someone come into your space and take your, your belongings. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, look, as I said, now I was very triggered. Like I lost my entire life, during those two burglaries. Um, at the time, I was writing a book. I've never had the energy to go back. I had a full album, Yumtulo, that I was going to release.
Oh,
I had my child's, baby pictures. I
mm,
had my entire music, my contracts. A lot of it was around my intellectual property. And
yes.
when it's at home, you figure like, okay, cool. I've got that computer in now,
Yeah.
and you save there. So I think just on the crime side of things and being safe, just make sure that you find other means of making sure that you secure your valuables. I think that's the only thing I would say as far as that one is concerned.
Yeah. Yeah. Very
Yeah.
much.
And then something very beautiful happened over the weekend. I'm just breezing through for real. IEC voter registration weekend records 2.9 million. Yeah,
Mm, that is good.
it is very good.
That is
I,
good.
th-
That is.
I think for us South Africans, it woke us up. Those people who actually would like to see government doing things, who would like, but like we and have not really been comprehending that vote ye to is exactly what influences what happens at the what happens at the borders, what happens at home affairs, what happens, with laws and policies that are out there. So I think there's I don't know, some crazy voter education that happened through this March and March, and people actually saying, I'm actually getting up and going to vote, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though they say, okay, the IEC says that, like, yeah, also the political parties have been really stepping up their game in terms of voter registration and encouraging people to vote. But something crazy was happening in kule ndawo yenu, uGombo.
Ugompo.
Yeah, there was something crazy. I saw amaqabane kaThambo esilwa khona kuGompo, and things being burned. And this all comes after that whole ruling from the Grahamstown High Court, where they were talking about the PTT, which is the provincial task team.
Mm,
Remember, instead of them going to a conference and electing the new
yeah.
people, they are at
Yeah.
loggerheads. And Ufigile, the boss, went back to Lutuli House and said, we're going to come up with a team that's going to assist during this time, since you
Yeah.
guys are really not serious about your conference. So when that ruling came, so obviously there are two factions. This is what I'm gathering.
Yeah.
It's like there are two factions. So that ruling said that whatever you were doing PTT,
Yeah.
it has to stop,
Mm,
because that's a ruling from the High Court in Grahamstown.
yeah.
So there was a lot of commotion going on and thingy. If you are watching and you know what's been happening in Ukombo,
Yeah.
around the Makabanega Tambo, please share with us, and yeah, so that Tamsaki and all of that.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, but I'm extremely pleased by our people getting out there, making sure that they register to vote in the 4th November local elections. And I think we've never heard people talk so much about municipal elections like they are now.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
much and much, and Dudula and all these other political parties that are behind this have actually done a number in terms of Uvusabantu.
Yeah, I think there's a slow awakening that's happening now, even with young people. We see a lot of young people critically engaging, not just being passive when it comes to politics,
Mm,
and wanting to own their voices. And I think that for me it has been very good. On social media, I see a lot of young people commenting on, current affairs and political issues, and being able to see how these things link into the struggles that they're having at university, there is definitely a level of consciousness that people are now getting to, which is very good. It's very refreshing,
I'm really quite impressed, and apparently there was a higher number of young people. They say that over the 2 days registration period, the IEC recorded 2.9 million registrations, an increase from the 1.7. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
From 1.7 to 2.9, that is recorded, which is quite impressive if you ask me. Very impressive. Yeah. I'm just trying to get where I think they do mention. He added that the voters' roll typically declines by about 34,000 voters every month, and this is due to voter deaths. Yes, yeah, for man, you 34,000 people a month.
Wow, that's a lot.
That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Apparently, out of the 2.9 million, 477,000 were first-time registrations. Okay. So these were people that were registering for the first time. That's why I'm super impressed.
Yeah.
I'm super impressed as far as that one is concerned. So we look forward to it. There's a Jub Jub story I was gonna do, but we ain't got time for that. A far more important thing.
What did he do now?
Jub Jub, look, there's a story with the e-hailer that dropped off a lady who was apparently Jub Jub's girlfriend, and allegedly he took out a gun. He held the e-hailer driver, and apparently he fired a shot. I really didn't follow it today because it's not a story that I really was keen on, let's talk about it, type of thing. We've got far more important things to deal with. But he had his appearance in court again. Anyone, if you want to read it, go to iol.co.za. You'll find the story there. Please, Nico. Okay. The 30th June. This is the conversation that I want us to have, people. So please send through those comments on the chat so that we can gather what your thoughts are as far as this whole 30th is concerned, because I don't think a lot of people are clear on what is going to happen on the 30th of June. So maybe next week we can try and get somebody who's knowledgeable that we can speak to and try to find out exactly what is expected of the citizens of South Africa, because a lot of people have different ideas in terms of what's going to be going on. And you can see this in how the police are getting ready to make sure that they keep the law and order. I don't know. What do you think is going to happen, Queen? If I like Njie, just Njie, like your opinion.
I think there's a silent march that's coming, a peaceful, take to the streets, but non-violent, and just a demonstration, really, I think, to say, look, we have been telling you we are tired, of a lawlessness country, and the government must do what they're supposed to do. And perhaps, it's also going to be a call or a day where Home Affairs must be accountable. They must tell us what they have done in this period up to the 30th of June from their side, and maybe also, the border control is going to come and tell us as well, what are they doing to try and, tighten things up a little bit. So I think it's more of a accountability type of encouraging young people and the citizens to actually hold the government accountable, and to say, we are visible, we are aware of what's happening, and we want answers, Yeah. So definitely, I think for me, it's a demonstration more than anything.
Mm. Yeah, I excuse me. I do agree with you to an extent, and I think more than anything, and I still say to people, I am happy. I'm ecstatic actually at the fact that these people have been persistent. They've held these marches and they've been peaceful for 95 to 99% of the
Yeah.
time without incidents. And it has just also cut across the whole thing that people were going for, that it's the Zulu people, it's the KZN
Mm,
people, making it
yes.
tribal. These
Yeah.
marches have gone as far as Cape Town. Yes, it might be small numbers. And I
Yeah.
remember someone was saying, what about Abantu Basekapa? Now we must remember the very apartheid decided that the march was held in town. And
Yes.
Cape Town people, the closest township, Ngulanga,
Yeah.
which is also some 10, 15 minutes outside town. But for a greater part of the people, if you go to go Khayelitsha, go Philippi and all of these other places, they are far flung out. Even if people wanted to go, one person was saying, the bana return. Ndasekaya is 70 rand. We don't have. We
Mm,
would have liked to go to the march
yeah.
that was held in town. So that's probably why they had smaller numbers. But it doesn't negate the fact that even in places like Plettenberg Bay, in places you wouldn't think of,
Yeah.
those marches were throughout the country, which
Okay.
basically tells you how South Africans, all of them, are feeling. Yes, KZN had the guts to be the first to say that, like, listen, we are going to make sure that, like, we think, which is commendable,
Yeah.
because you look at very quickly, you look at places like Nigeria, where you've got about the four main tribes that are always at loggerheads.
Yeah.
The Igbo, I forget the other three main ones.
Yeah.
In South Africa, we do not have tribalism. We do not
No.
have that. As much as they try to tell us that, yeah, this thing is tribalism and all of that, it was just South African. So I'm quite happy about that, and I think and I pray
Yeah.
and I meditate that South Africans, please, let's make sure that whatever comes out on the 30th, let us be peaceful. Let us uphold the law. Let us. I've got my flag, by the way. So yeah, I've got my South African flag, and I should have brought it out, the big one, the huge one. So if there's a march around here, you're gonna find me there. This is something I've never done, in
Yeah.
part because of my job. Okay, I'm supposed to be this objective person who's supposed to be reporting on stories, but sometimes you just have to put your head down and become a citizen and actually stand
Yes.
up for something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just one of those. So yeah, you're gonna find me there, going Amangla.
Among the
Amanla. So yeah, I hope that everything goes well. Before we head over to you, Quinn, here's another interesting one, and the only reason I brought this up, I'm not gonna go deep into this particular story. The U.S. and Iran negotiations. Apparently, last week, what is it called? A document was leaked. The deal. It was a 14-point type of thing. I'm just gonna, because the one that I'm actually interested in, majorly. I even wrote them down up until the fourth one, which is most important for us uh, as South Africans, where they say that the U.S. Iran, so there will be an immediate and permanent end to the war. Yeah, which also means that there will be no attacks on places like Lebanon. The second one was the respect for the two countries' sovereignty and territorial integrity, because one was interfering in the other. the US bombing Iran through Israel,
Yeah.
and Iran would attack, US allies and all of that. So this is also part of the deal, which is commendable. Even though Israel came out saying that they will go at it alone and all of that, and they've actually received backlash from the United States government for doing that. But I think the one that I really am appreciative of, it is the U.S. That is being asked to lift the naval blockade and prevent future interference within 30 days as far as that is concerned. So in the next 30 days at the most, they should not be interfering in the Strait of Hormuz. There should be no interference, in ships trading in that area. As much as it was leaked, it is a good one. A lot of people saying that it was a win for Iran, and I still say yes, it was a win for Iran, because the U.S. didn't need to do all of the stuff that it did, and I think that is it as far as news are concerned from my side. Now we are about to get
And
into the
maybe we
moment.
can then brace for some, like a little bit of, petrol, yes,
That, that, that is exactly why I brought it up, because that's one thing that I'm excited about. If you remember, I think 2 episodes ago, I was like, okay, they're gonna move numbers and all of that,
yeah,
to cushion the blow and all of that. It was gonna go down by something like 170 something, for petrol, and a lot
yeah,
more for diesel. But now I think at the wake of this, the markets are going to be smiling, and
yeah,
I think there's also going to be relief for the rest of us. And I think we've seen movement in trading as well, being positive around it. Oh my gosh, what a time!
oh, a sign, okay, all of us South Africans, and in fact, the world, they're just saying, but gosh, we've been holding on
Yeah,
seriously.
all of us can breathe now. Quinn, I think it's time for us to, because we did say we want to have a short one.
Let's
So
go. More.
go to the Momo.
Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on yourself. It can also be a developmental crisis issue. Keep pushing and stay the course. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, my people, Facebook, YouTube, welcome to the Slyso TV podcast. This is the Momo. We're taking a little bit of a different spin this time around, because we're talking to a special event that I am busy behind the scenes putting together for our singles. Okay, and I'll give you just a bit of context here. How this came about is because I see that there's a lot of events that are for couples, a lot of events, that are for, married people, and there's hardly anything that speaks to, single women, right? Or people that are single, right? And I took it upon myself to actually, curate and come and put together something for single women. But the main reason is that there has just been something that I've been noticing around single women and the stigma around being a single woman, and the expectations also that single women, often deal with, and I find that a lot of single women struggle to navigate, this phase of being single. There's a lot of shame that some single women carry, because some people, they end up being single, so out of divorce, someone comes, they were married and then they end up being single, so for months they carry a lot of shame, into being single. And then I noticed also that people often, and this is single women now, often treat being single as if it's like a waiting room. It's like, waiting for, waiting to be chosen, waiting to, to be happy when I'm married. And in that waiting period, there's a lot of time lost, and I feel like there's a lot of opportunities that are lost where someone could be intentionally living their life and really building a meaningful life for themselves and a happy life for themselves, right? So there's a lot of time that single women lose because they are not fully embracing being single, right? And there's many reasons for this. Like I said, a lot of women are also carrying the shame of coming out of a relationship. There's a shame sometimes when end a relationship. People carry that shame. There's expectations also when you are single, like myself, and you are successful. Then it's like you're not successful enough because, well, you are not married, like, yes, you are climbing up the ladder there career-wise, but there's always this, but something is missing. And I want to change the narrative for young women and just women in general to say nothing is missing if you are intentional about the life that you're gonna create for yourself. But it's the intention, that's the message, the intention that has to be really the focus, right? What kind of single life do you want to live? Because honestly speaking, Slyso, it can get lonely, it can get very sad if you are going to feel sorry for yourself, It can be a very lonely, life, if you are going to treat yourself in Ngati, you are having a disease, because there's also that thing, Ngati, there's something apha kuwe, Ngati uyagula. And we need to we need to normalize that it's a phase, just like being a teenager is a phase, you get into a stage in your life where you are either married, you're not married, you are single, and it shouldn't be a phase of shame. It shouldn't be something that you're ashamed to claim, right? And then, of course, I want us to talk on, on mental health. Of course, we're going to talk about the challenges that women go through in this phase. We're going to talk about how to overcome those challenges. We're going to talk about how does one achieve their goals? What do you need to do, right? So it is a space not just for us come and we see our color and feel sorry for ourselves. No. It's going to be a very meaningful space for healing, for growing, for real conversations. This time around, we are not going to be presenting, but we are going to be conversating. We're going to be talking to each other, sharing, experiences, but also sharing knowledge, and so the idea of ladies in pajama came in. And why pajamas? A lot of people ask, why pajamas? Because when we're wearing pajamas, like, so we don't have to make up, we don't have to pretend, and I want women to come in their vulnerable state. When I'm wearing my pajamas, it's when the day is over. Okay, I'm done being a manager. I'm done being, whoever I'm known in the public space to be. I am now myself. So I want women to come as they truly are, in their truest form. That space is going to be a space of real transformation, where we are going to be talking about real conversation, real connection, real support, what really matters to you as a woman. And this is coming in August. Of course, it's Women's Month, right? It's only fitting. And it's on the 29th of August, Upper Gombo, right? The venue is going to be confirmed soon. Registration, only 500. And we are just asking you, Ubana, get yourself a cute set of PJs. You probably already have one, okay? You might not even need to go and buy a new one. And just bring your comfy PJs, in your comfy PJs and your gown. It is still going to be cold in August, so make sure that you are comfortable and warm. We are going to be having an afternoon to evening event, right? So we are going to be starting late afternoon, but details, the more intimate details, I'm going to be sharing with people that have registered. So make sure you run and register. We are going to be sending out posters with more details and more details and more details. But if you want to know more details, my email address is on the poster. You can just send me an email, if you want to check what's happening or you are interested. How do you register? We will send you more details. And to be clear, I did say that being single, okay, is often misunderstood. So a lot of people will be asking, am I single if I'm in a relationship, but it's not make sure. Am I single if I, ndisuka khona Toto, what's my status? Am I single if I was married and now I'm no longer married? And
Yeah.
So being
What is a
single,
single person?
you are
Like,
single as long as you are not in a, you're not married. I would say if you are not married, you are single. So that is, if you're divorced, you're single. If you're widowed, you're single. If you're single and maybe you have something on your side, you're still single. Okay,
yeah.
in a relationship, but you're single.
I hope,
Maybe
guys, now you
complicated.
understand and you know who's single. So if you
Yeah,
are a boyfriend, so okay, cool. There are people who
yeah,
are gonna say I'm in a serious relationship,
yes.
so I don't consider myself single. Or are you single? Whether are you in a serious relationship or you in a fling or you in a what?
You are
For as long
single.
as you're not married.
As long as you're not married. Here, this is the rule of thumb. You are not married. We know for sure, but of course the lobola cows were given to your family. Okay, so you can rest assured you are single. Okay, and like I said, we are going to be meeting women who are in different mental states, in different emotional spaces here, and
Mm,
because I want to say this, Slyso, for women, this is not your typical social media event. This is not a social event. This is a mental health event. I want that to be very clear. We are
mm.
going into a therapeutic space, so it's slightly different than
Like a
your
meetup or
yes. It's not
whatever.
it's not just it's
Meet
not
and
for
mingle.
and this is not an exclusive event. This is an event for ordinary women. I want you to be comfortable in knowing that this is not for certain women of a particular class, women of a particular standard. This is for all women, all single women. The registration, we were also very, very intentional to say we know that things are difficult economically. We want something that is, affordable, is going to be accessible. And because there are logistics behind, that
For sure.
money is going to be used to make sure that you are comfortable as a participant. So make sure you bring yourself, your friend, and what would you please, you can register, for umdwako, just uba abe in the list
Yeah,
of,
upejumdu, bro.
you understand, mhlawumbi sizakunceda, mhlawumbi we're going to help you strengthen you know what I'm saying. So don't be scared, don't be worried.
Yeah, and no, I think when you are supportive, that
Yeah,
you are that type of person.
yes,
Because I think quite often, and it will probably be younger men who would think that their contribution in a relationship is like, oh, ndimshiyele imali yokwenza inwele, or like thing, and
yes,
excuse me, nothing ever constructive, because I'd like to believe in that when you are building this person, right? You want to get them off the singles market. So if you can assist, you are born they're going through a particular hardship. You know, you might be people who
Yes.
say my money is my money and your money is your money. But if we are
Yeah.
like, hey, ubeke wathetha into yobana mhlawumbi school fees okanye mhlawumbi hey itanki yakhe ithini. I don't know why people have a thing in yokubana if I do such,
Yes.
it's like their badge, like it gets weakened. But
Yes.
like think about the contribution that you're making in the person's life, you know,
100%.
by getting them to this space so that you can be with people who are divorced, people who are, who are widowed, for
Yeah.
an example. How am I going to deal with this? Maybe you are widowed, you don't know whether you to date again, or there will be a person who's widowed who's gone through the experience that will be there to say, like, actually, no, let go, or can you, like, give it time or whatever. So I can already see it in my head, like
Yeah.
the positive vibe that's gonna come out of it.
And that's the thing, like, so exactly what you're saying. So it's not even about the being single, so much about actually connection. We are bringing women together to say let's build community, because I see that a lot of people are struggling also just with this support, genuine support. And this support doesn't only have to be your family or your friends. We are extending now, the network, and we're saying people, we must create these communities where we are going to be, supporting one another. So I know for sure that I'm going to leave there with contacts Zabantu that, are going to check up on me. I'm going to check up on them after they leave. I know for
Mm,
sure that we're going to be networking also, because women are amazing, in business. They have ideas,
mm,
they are resourceful. So don't come thinking, a narrative, Yobana, oh, it's just going to be this one-dimensional kind of conversation. No, it's going to be a space that is so versatile for you. So you are going to actually really, really form connections.
And I like that aspect because women are extremely entrepreneurial.
Yeah,
I think it's very rare. I know very few women who, while working, they are doing something else on the side. It doesn't matter how minute it is,
yeah,
because they are good at budgeting. They know ndabana, like la mali ncinci, that I get from selling. I think back in the day, ke, ko mama nantoni, like you tap away, it actually makes a difference, ikhona into eyinxibayo. And I think even today, that's where women are.
yeah,
Women are in IT, women are in positions where they can actually provide solutions for each other.
yeah.
Kind of like very quickly taking me back to when I launched Forward Movement, my company. And thanks to the boardwalk till today, I was doing a lot of work with them, so they offered me space and all of that. So big up to you. I still remember after all these decades. But one of the main things on the program, apart from the music, apart from everything else that people were, expecting, the food, the fun,
Yeah.
I offered people a stab at the on the microphone. Like you've got 3 minutes to do an elevator pitch. I didn't even know it was a damn elevator pitch at the time, of your business.
Yeah.
So go there with your pamphlets and your thing. Would you be allowing something like that? Because some people are going there to network. It's like if you're
Yeah.
carrying your pamphlets for business that you are into, it's equivalent to you carrying your business
Yes.
card.
Your business card. Yes, yes, yes. I mean, wouldn't it be so great? We're exchanging business cards. You telling me about what business you are doing, because there will be that time where we are going to be having these informal chats where we are networking and getting to know each other. What are you doing? Where are you coming from? Type of engagement. And so I just
Hmm.
want to say it's the other expectation that people have, because we are a country, unfortunately, that always think that everything must have alcohol, it must involve. And I want to say this is a wellness event, this is a mental health event, so, definitely no alcohol in this event. We want to sober, we want to, focused. We want you fully present, you know. So no no inhibitors, nothing. Okay, of that stuff. Yes. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I have a person from THOBEKA who called me as soon as they saw my WhatsApp status of the poster. A person from Cape Town. 3 people from Joburg so far were asking, is this coming to our shores or what?
You
Given
see,
that it's the first.
I mean, this is the first. This is the first event. This is it's a soft launch. That's what they say these days now, right? It's a soft launch. we're testing the waters. So it is up to the East London single woman to really make it a national event. Okay, since I want to reception, we're gonna see. Already, I can tell you, Slyso, there's appetite. I saw also when you posted, and I saw, you know, these queries from women all over the provinces, even on my TikTok account. But I am seriously dependent on women in East London responding and making it worth for me to take it to, you know, the other provinces. But what we need to do is we have got to start somewhere, isn't it? We have got to start somewhere. So let's begin. Let's see how this is going to turn out, and let's turn the comment into registration.
Right?
Right? Yeah, because sometimes we engage, but we don't actually end up right. So I am going to be watching those registrations very closely, and I do want to encourage abantu abasegqibeka. You are very close. Make it a drive, a weekend away with your friend. You know, I mean, you can drive if you London. So abantu who are closer, who are in the Eastern Cape, I want to encourage you. Please come and just experience it for yourself. And yeah, let's
a weekend away with the girls.
Working away with the girls, man.
Yeah, I've got one here before I let you go. It's from Uneliso Somi Ndamase. Hi Nkosazana. Oh Sis Toto, I love this, and we really need spaces that teach us to be happy and comfortable in singleness and to grow in our corner. Thank you for creating that space. She's in the Eastern Cape. She's definitely going to be there. I know she will.
Yeah. That's exactly the point, Nelly. So that's exactly the point. Being single is not a disease. I saw before. It's not something that you should be shying away. It's something that you must fully embrace, and you are not in waiting. You are fully existing. You're fully living, and I want to see Slyso, you know, after 3 months or after a year, when I get feedback from women once they start fully embracing their singleness, and how that will transform their lives, you know, because that's also the point of everything that I do, is that it's not about the day. So don't get confused. The day is just, we are going to be planting a seed and wanting to make sure that each woman is going to tender into that seed and make sure that it grows into something, yeah.
So maybe nani phecaweni bangabe nina abantu ababini nibathembileyo that are actually involved komama bomanyano and all of that. You send them as representatives, since everybody cannot go. They gather the information, they come back, and when you're sitting and then sales like and then you guys can regurgitate like what you've learned from it. You know, that's how they say each one teach one. So you have the money to go, you come back to your group of women in your community, not even in church, or your colleagues, you know, that you hang out with, and you like, actually, this is what I learned from there. When you were going through into Tile, this is what they said about what you are going through. So it's just each one teach one. I'm excited. Can't I go there? Like,
And please, Ababuti, that have been asking why, oh, since I was the bodyguard, and all of a sudden now, everybody wants to now be a chauffeur. We're gonna drive you, man, Toto. We're gonna just be on the side, making sure ni safe, ni right.
It's gonna be controversial, but like, fuck it, I am that kind of person. So, gay people who consider themselves women, because you get both sides, right? The I don't know, top and
Yes.
under and side by side and all of that. So there are those ones who dress up who actually consider themselves. You are Chikomamsana.
You told me.
Chomi.
Oh, Slyso, you see.
Abanongena nge-back door.
No, to me, this one you're gonna sit it out. But I want this one. I want just.
Yaqheka bathobeka.
Just. Okay.
Yaqheka bengiqomanza baphatshomi.
And the married women are also not happy with me, but I want them to sit this one out. I want them to buy a kaweni, and it's okay. We're gonna see you guys next time.
Yeah. All right. Queen, thank you so much. I know that this is not the same number that is on the but it's on the poster, guys. It's on the poster. The email address is there. So whatever questions you have, because I think to grow it, those people that were asking, some of them, I know the industries they are in. They are in a position where they can actually partner with the event and say, like, I say, Tina Rustenberg, I Tina say, this is how we will assist. Or maybe partner with you from the choirs. And I think it's a business opportunity now that I think about it. Like for ladies in other places. I've got a venue, I've got a sponsor for A, B, C, and D. Like bring it to Cape Town. So that's how I think we should be looking at business and opportunities and attending to stuff. Is like, what can my contribution be, Queen? I'm excited, bro. I mean, like you have no idea.
Oh, it's going to be special. I have so many nice surprises for these women.
Oh, wow.
If I was Bakopa, trust me, you are going to regret it.
Oh, man. All right. Quinn, I think that probably is it for us and the podcast today as well, because we said we really wanted to keep it short. We are like just tiny from an hour. So, yeah. So next week, it's no different. We expect to hear those. Yes, it might be shorter, the segment on the event, but we actually want to hear what the latest is as far as it's concerned. So we definitely look forward to it.
Yeah.
All right. I think, ladies and gents, this is where we end it. Remember, we did ask you, like, I promised myself I will never, ever, ever do this thing of asking people to subscribe and people to like follow and all of these things. But like, yeah.
Follow, subscribe.
It ain't my thing. It's not my thing. But I think the only reason I'm asking people to do it, like to follow us on TikTok, it is because TikTok has a platform where you actually can host the podcast on there. But there's a number of people that we need to reach who subscribe before we can be able to do that, so that we can also cut those shorts so that you can listen to things that you are interested in while you're on the go. So that's the only platform that I will ask you to follow us on. But thank you to those people who watch us on Facebook. Thank you to those people who watch us on YouTube. Please make sure that you do subscribe to that. Mine can't do it.
Look. We are in Kaula, that's why. No, cut.
Not working. Okay. One love, my people. We love you. We'll be with you next week on Monday, where we tell you what's going on. Oh man, I'm so excited about the third season of the podcast. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be engaging.
Yes.
There's just a lot that is going to be happening as far as it's concerned in making sure that people are engaged and making sure that people, are part of live competitions. Right? We might be getting to a point where we ask you a question from something that we talk about on that particular day, and if you answer it correctly, we will have prizes for you. So this is all happening in our third season. And I think we are left with 1 or 2 episodes of season 2. And then after that, I see a well, to a
We
new
are
one.
launching into season 3.
There.
Hey.
Yeah. Quinn, thank you so much. Have a wonderful week. We will link up again next week. Everything of the best. I know that people after this are definitely going to ask more questions. They are going to book in advance. There's one thing I like about doing events for women is that they are super organized.
Yes. Yes.
And they do plan as well. So, people have already, abe 15, I'm sure, sebeyibekile imali ecaleni, balindele lo we-20 nange-25 athi chomisiaya, and then that's 1.53 ladies having the time of their lives.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Can't wait to see you guys. I'm going to be checking you guys. Do we like social media, Facebook? As a psychologist, it's a professional page, guys. We are there to push mental health. Black communities must not be left behind when it comes to issues of health. And just making sure we are getting the right information from the professionals, and creating community is, I think, is very, very important.
Yeah, I think it's very big. I mean, it's even big in business that you can't just be an island anymore. It's collaborations that actually are moving businesses. I think even in things like mental health and support for each other, it's the same as well. Yeah. Thank you so much, Queen. Have yourself a wonderful one.
Bowing
Thank you,
out.
guys.
Bye, guys.